In the 30th chapter of the book of Deuteronomy, there is a line that reads that the Lord your God will circumcise your hearts and the hearts of your descendants. Rabbi Nachman points out that the first letter of each of these words, et levavecha ve'et levav zarecha, spell the word Elul. Elul is the month that leads into the high holidays. It is a refuge in the space of time, and it's the time when God is most accessible. Nevertheless, Rabbi Nachman teaches us something so profound on this line. What does it mean that he'll circumcise my heart and the heart of my offspring? Rabbi Nachman explains that just like you have a tree, and you have the trunk of the tree, and then branches that are offshoots of that trunk, and then branches on those branches, so too there is a collection of souls. And so you may have grandparents that are like the trunk of the tree, and then they have children, the parents, which are like the branches. And then those parents have children, and those are like the branches and the branches. Rabbi Nachman says when a person circumcises their own heart, they do tshuva, they become truly sensitive. And they realize how they've gone off course, and they rectify that. What will happen is that, like a chain reaction, a ripple effect, every single offspring that came forth from them will also feel an awakening of repentance. This is the case, he says, even if there was an intimacy, a union of man and woman that gave birth to a physical offspring. And even if not, for our Kabbalists teach us that every time a man and a woman are intimate, there is some result, there is some effect that is had. Our sages tell us that a good deed or a prayer uttered without the right kavanah intention is like a body without a soul. We're going to take it one step further. In the book of Genesis, in the parsha of Noah, it says that Noah was righteous in his generation. The very first Rashi in that parsha says that the offspring of the righteous are their good deeds. So this changes the game altogether. The idea here is that if we circumcise our hearts, any kind of results, whether it was physical offspring or whether it was just based on the unification, some kind of spiritual result that occurred, if it wasn't for the right reasons, when we work on ourselves, then they too have an awakening of tshuva, and they too are reconnected, realigned. But the same is true with every word and act that we did in this world over the course of the year. If we didn't do it necessarily with the best intentions, the best kavanot, it's still possible to have an awakening of tshuva in ourselves and then our offspring, which Rashi says, for the righteous are their good deeds. Meaning our every speech that we made over the year, every act that we made over the year, even if it wasn't so good, when we have an awakening of tshuva, all of those are also brought and rectified and elevated. So may we merit, as we come to the conclusion of the year, what Elul is, to really understand that we have the ability at this conclusion to fix every prayer, every thought, every speech, every act of the whole year that has passed, and to bring it all up to a higher place. And then, obviously, to start the new year off right, for the end is wedged in the beginning. God bless everyone, and may we do tshuva.